Carp Gurus, Kippax Park Fishery, Rainbow Lake. Let's do it. Here we go then, guys. I'm now set up at Kippax Park Fishery on Rainbow Lake. So it's now around 6 p.m. I've been fishing for around 2 hours, but so far nothing has happened. I'm here for a 48-hour session, so hopefully that'll give me enough time to catch a carp or two. And yeah, so far, even though I've not caught anything yet, I'm really enjoying it. I've never fished here before, but I wanted to try a new venue, and yeah, this is the place that I decided to come to, and yeah, I'm giving it a go. It's a 3-acre lake. There's around 100 carp in the lake. I think there's 3 or 4 30s, plenty of 20s, and there's some really nice old dark carp in this venue as well. So yeah, it's definitely an interesting lake to fish, and as I've said, so far I've really enjoyed it. I'll show you more of the water that I've got in front of me. So first of all, I'm fishing from an area that's called B zone. So this lake is split up into 4 zones. You've got A zone, B zone, C zone and D zone. And yeah, as I've said, I am fishing from B zone. And yeah, there's loads of water in any zone you decide to fish on your session. This is B zone, as I've said. I've got an island to my left. I've got a nice margin there. I've got open water. I've got an island to my right, and I've got a nice margin there. There is a bay around there. There's a zone that covers that bay, which is C zone. But yeah, there's no one fishing there at the moment, so I can even experiment with a rod in the bay if I want to. But yeah, I'll go into more detail tomorrow in regards to where I'm fishing and how I'm fishing and so on. But yeah, as it stands right now, the rods are in position and ready for the night ahead. And yeah, as I've said, I'll go into more detail tomorrow in regards to how I'm fishing and where I'm fishing and so on. But yeah, as it stands right now, I'm going to relax, drink some coffee, watch the water. And of course, if it happens during the night, obviously I'll be right back at you. If not, my next update will be in the morning. How about this one then, guys? Fish number 1, weighing in at 28 pounds and 13 ounces. So yeah, this fish is my biggest fish of the year. It's my first fish from this venue, which is a new venue. And yeah, I really am made up with this one. I got the run around 20 to 1 in the morning, and yeah, it's around 1 o'clock now. Finally got this one in. Tried snagging me up in the weed, but I stayed calm. Yeah, I stayed calm. I played it well, and yeah, I've got this one on the bank. It's in mint condition, apart from a mark on the other side, so I'll get some treatment on that. But yeah, I'll show you the other side, and then you'll see the mark. But yeah, look at this. Absolute lump, as I've said, mint condition apart from the mark that you can see now on this side. But yeah, I really am made up with this one. £28.13. Come on. Go on then, I'll give you one last look. Here he is. Absolutely banging mirror, absolute tank. £28.13. Come on, great result, and I'll definitely be returning to Rainbow Lake in the future. But for now, let's get this one slipped back, get the rod back out there, and who knows, there may be another one coming soon. Good morning everyone. It's now around 11 o'clock. and I'm sure you know what time it is. It's update time. So obviously by now you've seen the great carp that I caught last night, and yeah, I really am made up with that result and made up with that fish, weighing in at 28 pounds and 13 ounces. It was my it is my biggest fish so far this season and my first fish from this venue. So yeah, great result. As you can imagine, once I slipped back that fish, I got the rod straight back out there on the spot, expecting more action, but nothing else happened. So around 10 AM, I redid the rods, and yeah, I'm now ready for the day ahead. I'm ready to do a proper update. So you may have noticed on one of my previous updates I was using 3 rods, and I've now dropped down to 2. There is a reason for that. Basically, one of my other rods, or what would have been my 3rd rod, was on a margin spot, but I've had loads of problems with the swans trying to take the bait, so I've decided to keep trickling in the bait discreetly throughout the day when the swans aren't around, and then I'm going to put the 3rd rod back out on that margin spot as the light fades, ready for the night ahead. So yeah, I'm going to put that rod out then, and that's why I'm now using 2 rods. So yeah, I'll show you the margin spot. Obviously I could find a new spot, but I've got faith in this spot. It's nice and clear, and I think it could produce. So basically, tip of that tree in line with that, and it's around here in the open water, in around 5 foot of water. That's where I baited. It's not produced anything yet, so yeah, that's not the rod that produced the fish, but I do have faith in that spot, and I don't really want to find another spot and start leading around while I've got 2 rods out fishing, you know. So yeah, I'm going to leave that for now, and as I've said, when the light starts to fade, I'll put the rod back out there and I'll be back on 3 rods. But yeah, the 2 rods that are fishing are both on some great spots that I found, and obviously one of them is the spot that's produced the fish on this session. It is a weedy lake, that's why I keep saying it's clear and so on, because it is weedy. So if you are coming, you need to make sure you find decent spots. If you just chuck it and chance it, you're gambling. You may be fishing, you may not be, but yeah, if you come in here to catch fish, you don't want to possibly be wasting your time, you know, and not fishing correctly. So yeah, that's my advice. If you come in, find your spots and you'll be fine. There is plenty of spots, plenty of clear areas. So yeah, find your spots, you'll be fine. Anyway, where am I fishing with these 2 rods then? Well, I've got the left hand rod. If you look at this overhanging tree here on the island, if you go a rod length to the right in open water, that's where my left hand rod is, and that is the rod that produced the fish. That splash wasn't a fish, by the way, it's somebody spodding opposite me. And then the right hand rod, if you look at this tree overhanging on the island, if you come back towards where I'm fishing from by around a rod length, around there, that's where the right hand rod is. So yeah, both of those spots are nice and clear, and one of those spots has produced a fish, or produced the fish on this session. So yeah, I'll be sticking with them 2 spots, and then as I've said, this margin spot around this area here, I'm not giving up on it. I'm going to keep trickling in the bait discreetly throughout the day, and yeah, when the light fades, 3rd rod's going back out on that spot. So yeah, that's where I'm fishing. Tactics wise, I've gone for the boilie approach. I did a fair bit of research on this venue before I came, and most people were saying match the hatch, standard bottom baits, fished over boilie are producing fish, and yeah, that suits me fine. I love to fish that way. It's a nice, simple, easy way of fishing. It's quick, it's discreet, and yeah, it suits me fine. So I've gone with a basic lead clip setup, basic hair rig, really simple, coated braid, only the hair is stripped. I do like my rigs to be fairly stiff, and then I'm using a 20mm bottom bait straight out of the bag. No buoyancy, no wafting about, as you've heard me talk about before on my previous vlogs. And then around each rod I'm catapulting probably 20 to 30 boilies. I'm not being mega tight, I'm not being mega accurate, I am spreading the bait, and yeah, that's how I'm fishing it. And so far it's working. We may have only had one fish, but it's a great fish, and this lake isn't really a runs water. You need to work at it, you need to find your spots, and you need to sit on your hands. So yeah, that's what I'm doing, and hopefully I can catch a few more. Anyway, ooh, carp's just topped over there, and it may be time to get the third rod out right over there. So yeah, I'll keep you updated. If I do decide to do that, I'll keep you updated. Simple as that. But yeah, as it stands right now, I think, to be honest, I'm going to make up a solid bag and launch it out over there where that carp's just topped. So yeah, I might just go for a solid bag on that one. Yeah, I'll keep you updated. In fact, yeah, I'm going to make a solid bag up now, get it right on that carp's head. I'm going to stay active, keep busy, keep watching the water, do my best, and hopefully I can catch another carp during the day. If not, my next update will be in the evening, and yeah, I'll speak to you then. Okay then guys, it's now around 6 o'clock, and I'm sure you know what time it is. It's update time. So after seeing that carp top during my previous update, I made up a solid bag as I said I was going to, and I got a rod straight out to the area where the carp had topped, but it didn't produce, and neither did any of the other rods. So yeah, it's been a long day, very slow day. I've not seen any other carp topping, and to be honest, it's been absolutely dead all day. But we're now heading into the night, and prior to this update I reeled in and refreshed all the rods, and everything is now in position and ready to roll. The rod that I cast towards where the carp topped during my previous update, I've put that back on the margin spot now. As I said earlier, I left the margin spot due to swans being a pain, but I did keep trickling in bait. So yeah, I had two options. I could have put a fresh solid bag on and got it straight back out where the carp topped during my previous update, or I could go back on the margin spot that I left for a bit but was still trickling bait into, and yeah, I decided to go back on the margin spot where I've been trickling bait into throughout the day. The swans haven't been a pain, so yeah, I've just got a nice solid bag positioned on that margin spot that I showed you earlier on. It's not really tight to the bank, but yeah, it's only a rod length off the bank in open water, so yeah, I'd still class that as a margin spot. So yeah, that rod is now set for the night ahead, and obviously if nothing happens during the night, that rod's going to stay in until the morning. I'm not going to put any more bait in that area now. I'm just going to leave that rod on a solid bag on its own, and more than likely I reckon there's still a light scattering of boilies in that area as well. So yeah, that rod is done and dusted. The other two rods are back out on the island spot, so I've shown you the two spots out towards the island earlier on. So yeah, nothing's changed there. Both rods are back out on those spots. When I reeled in, I put fresh hook baits on, and when I put those rods back out into the lake, I catapulted probably around 20 boilies around each rod as well. So yeah, all the rods have been reeled in and refreshed prior to this update, and everything is now in position and ready to roll. So if it happens during the night, as usual, I'll be right back at you. If not, my next update will be in the morning, and yeah, fingers crossed I can catch another carp from this venue. If I don't, I'm still really happy with the one fish I caught. It was a great fish and a great start to targeting a new water. But yeah, regardless, I'm enjoying the session. I'm going to enjoy tonight, and yeah, when there's something to tell you, I'll be right back at you. Here we go then guys, it's now 3:30, and yeah, I'm sure you know what time it is. It's update time. So this is a very late update. and that is because I've had a very busy day today. Last night was absolutely dead over in the B zone, so I'm still on the one fish, but rather than leaving today, I've decided to do another night, and I've come to the zone which is directly opposite B zone, and that zone is called D zone. So that's where I am now, and the people who were in this peg, or zone should I say, they've had around 7 fish this morning. One of them caught a 29-pound common, so I decided to stay another night. They were leaving today, so yeah, decided to stay another night, and I've come over to D zone, and I'm now set up and in the area that seems to be the hot area, or the hot zone should I say. So yeah, this is D zone, quite a tight area to fish from, but loads of options. Again, it's such a breath of fresh air to be fishing a venue where you've got so much water wherever you fish from. So yeah, this is the view out from D zone, and over there is B zone. So yeah, that's where I was fishing when I first came. That's where I was fishing when I caught the 28-pound 13-ounce mirror. And yeah, this is now the view from D zone. So I'm staying an extra night. Hopefully it's going to pay off. I've got all 3 rods out now, and yeah, these rods are going to stay in until the morning, obviously, unless something happens. I've been really busy today. Obviously, moving requires a fair bit of work when it's on the other side of the lake, but I also had to pop into the town, get some supplies, because I basically didn't have any food left. I also had to draw money out, because you pay via an honesty box here, so you need to put money in an envelope, post it, and yeah, that's how you pay. So yeah, I even had to go into the town today, but it's all done now. I'm kicking back, relaxing in D zone, which seems to be the hot zone on this occasion, and I'm feeling confident. 3 rods are out. Spoke with a lad who was fishing in this zone. He's put me on a couple of spots, so I'll run through them with you now. I'll run through the spots, should I say, with you now. Tactics are exactly the same. So yeah, I'll literally just show you where I'm fishing, and that'll probably be it from me, obviously, unless something happens during the night. So, right hand rod then. So we've got an overhanging tree here, overhanging willow. I'm around half a rod off that, so around there. Yeah, around half a rod off that willow towards me from D zone. That's where the right hand rod is, should I say. So yeah, that's where the right hand rod is. It goes down with a reel donk, and yeah, that's where that rod is going to stay. I've catapulted around 20 boilies around that rod, and as I've said, tactics are exactly the same, so I don't need to run through that with you again. Middle rod, so you've got, let's have a look, you've got the tip of that tree right out there, in line with that, right in the middle, in the open water. There's a nice firm silty area there. It's silty, but it's quite firm. Still get a nice donk when you're feeling the lead down. And yeah, I've really double checked that spot, and yeah, it's more than fishable. So yeah, again, that rod is going to stay in till the morning, obviously, unless something happens. And again, that rod has had 20 boilies, around 20 boilies catapulted around it. Obviously, it's hard to say exactly how many boilies, but yeah, I'd say around 20. And then last but not least, the third rod is basically, let's have a look, you've got this willow coming down here. So if you go to the middle of that, come back around half a rod length into the open water, that's where the left hand rod is. That's a smooth silty area again. It goes down with a donk, so yeah, it's definitely fishable, and that's where the left hand rod is. 20 boilies around that rod as well, or around 20 boilies, and everything is set ready for the night ahead. I'm not going to touch anything now. I've took my time doing my rods, making sure they're all spot on, and yeah, I'm happy to sit down now, wait, and hopefully I'll be rewarded after deciding to do an extra night. But yeah, it's just fantastic, this lake. Really is a nice looking lake. So natural. It's not overly, you know, it's not been overly worked on. It's just a natural lake with big carping. And yeah, I'm really enjoying fishing here. So this is going to be me checking out. I'm absolutely shattered. I'm going to make a brew, watch the water like I usually do. And yeah, as I've said, if it happens during the night, obviously I'll be right back at you. If not, my next update will be in the morning. Okay then guys, as you can see, I'm no longer on the bank and I'm now back at home. So, after deciding to do an extra night and making the effort to move from B zone into D zone, everything was in position. I was feeling confident, but unfortunately nothing else happened. So I finished this session on just the one fish, but I'm still more than happy with that one fish. As you've already seen, it was an absolute lump, and I'll definitely be returning to Kippax Park Fishery very soon. Anyway, enough of me going on. This is me checking out. So as always, thank you for watching Carp Gurus, and remember, like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss out on all that carpy action.
Carp Gurus.